next story. It's called The First Traveler. What I'm going to do is navigate to my log, go to the First Traveler primary mission, and it says Null, the Stranger. And before that, it actually says, tell Apollo about the portal and Artemis. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a autosave. Well, it actually says use the scanner, so I'm going to stay within the surface of the planet. And it's located a Holo-Terminus. Okay, now that is up in space. I believe it is. So we'll stay below the atmosphere for a few seconds here. As soon as we go into space, I think it's going to notify us. It's going to change the requirements. Okay, so it looks like this Holo-Terminus is on another planet. Okay, this planet here is the one we that Atlas sent us to. This Gamma planet in this star system. Okay, so there. That's likely where it's going to send us. Fine, let me go into third-person view. Okay, there it is. I'm going to go ahead and target the scan, target sweep enabled, and it has found this Holo-Terminus, so we guessed right this time. Okay, so let's go talk to Apollo. Okay, the game may require us to repair this Holo-Terminus. See in a second. Get a manual save. Holographic communication tower. Warning. Network compromised. Warning. Manual override required. There is no signal. Wait a minute. There are no signal matches for Artemis or Apollo. The terminal is a stream of warnings and errors. So we'll perform a manual override. The warning messages cease. Some new frequencies shimmer into being. It says break, break, break. Data stream overridden. And this is a new NPC character that we're going to interact with. I'll create a manual save. We'll do a kind of a scan. Take a look at him. His name is Null. Holographic community. Okay, so that's what Null looks like. It's one of the main story missions, NPCs. So we'll interact with null. It says, you are not alone, because it alone. So this might have been that unknown signal that we received since the beginning of the game. Tell me, what's the point in living if we know that life will finish? So the responses we can have is ask who they are, suggest death does not erase life, suggest we improve the lives of others, say you do not know. So what I'm going to do this time is I'll say you don't know. Neither do I, he says. I know you, traveler. I know where you've been. I know where you're going. What if I told you that Artemis could be saved? What if I told you that Artemis could live once more, after a fashion? What would you do then? I wonder. So you can demand to know more. You can say you would do it. Say you would need to know more. So I'm going to say I need to know more. A skeptic. Well, Artemis was already dead. Your journey to save him has failed. What do you have to lose? The blood of Artemis is data. The heart is its glitch. I can help you retrieve them both. We require a mind arc, a receptacle for their soul. Can you do that for me? I am reactivating Artemis frequency. Speak with them when you are ready. The stranger offers me blueprints for something called the mind arc, a device they claim to allow me to restore Artemis to life. I'm going to accept the mission. I accept, not knowing who the stranger is or how they possess such knowledge of my adventures. But if there is a chance that I can help Artemis, I will take it. So he gives us blueprints for a mind arc. It's an advanced crafted product, and a soul engine, an advanced crafted product. And now Artemis appears. Now before I talk to Artemis, what I'm going to do is a couple of things. I'm going to create a save. I actually went back to my base and obtained some of the materials required for this mission to speed it up. So for example, I know for the soul engine, and I can actually pull up the requirement. It says we need metal plate, living pearl, and cadmium. And I've never been to a red star system where you can mine cadmium, but I've obtained it other ways, in the first star system or by destroying certain technologies. So let's go to my suit and just see what it takes to. So here's materials. I obtained some metal plates. I just made them. I had some living pearls already. I had some cadmium. And then I have some wire looms and I have some glass. So it says craft. Craft. So a soul engine is 3 metal plates, living pearl, and cadmium. Living pearls you can get from armored clams in oceans or lakes. Let's see the other item. Craft. The mind arc requires 1 soul engine, 3 wire looms, and 3 glass. Now, I've never done it this way, but let's try it out here. So I'm going to go ahead and craft the soul engine. And then I'm going to craft the mind arc. So I'm basically ahead of this mission. If I didn't have these materials, if I didn't have cadmium or living pearls, the mission would require you to go out and acquire some living pearls, some cadmium, make some metal plates, make some glass. We have it already. And actually, the mission acknowledges that we have the mind arc. So assemble the mind arc components, so the mission acknowledges that. And Artemis is still waiting there to talk to us. So let's go talk to Artemis now. Are you Kazit? Are you Kazit? Are you Kazit? Artemis speaks these two words endlessly, unable to see my face or to hear my voice. I must craft a mind arc before I can help them. So it actually doesn't expect us to already have the mind arc crafted, so I have to leave. Let's see. Okay, so we're calling Artemis back again. Once again, because I completed the mission out of order. That's what happened. Artemis is back. Is it? We can either comfort Artemis or we can use the mind arc. So I'm going to go ahead and use the mind arc. I activate the mind arc. I do not know what I expect. Some show of light and fury, some catharsis where Artemis emerges in the flesh, restored to life before my eyes. But it is not to be. One moment I see their hologram, and the next there is nothing. The stranger who gave me these blueprints beckons me over to their signal, still active. So there's Null is back. Before we talk to him, I'm going to create another save. And let's talk to Null again. Travelers are a dream, an idea that we have some special place in this universe. Artemis had it, you had it, Apollo too. Though they would conceal it. Even I had this dream long ago, he says. We are countless, my friend, walking these worlds, yearning for friendship. No, one wants to be alone. Not truly, but the closer you get to others, the more you're risking hurting yourself, hurting them. The deepest secret of the universe is not that of the glass or the Aryans or the progenitors. It is the final act, the decision to abandon those who needed you. It is the primal sin, the foundation of existence itself. Go to the stars, traveler. Your friends wait for you. They will help you bring peace to poor Artemis. Return when you're finished. We have much to discuss.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
Okay, so I'm going to create another manual save. And it says, bring Artemis to Nada. So we have Artemis in this mind arc. So by having all those materials, I greatly accelerated the amount of time it takes for this mission to complete. Okay, so I'm going to use the D-pad and call in Space Anomaly. Once again, we'll talk to Nada, and then we'll talk to Polo. Priest Entity Nada. Friend, entity. Holo observed your signal approach, but it was anomalous. The signature was from the wrong time. Are you well? Not incomplete, not fading. Not as visor light flares, burning with concern and distress. So we can reassure them, we can reveal the mind arc. So what we're going to do first is we're going to reassure them. I tell Nada that I'm well. My condition has not changed since I emerged from the portal. Nada relaxes, but a question still hangs in the air. I tell him about Artemis, about null, and about the mind arc. The vessel glows brightly as I reveal it. It is Echo. I never thought to see a traveler soul, Nada says. You are so beautiful. But friend entity, this Artemis Echo is in pain, disconnected. This arc is no rescue. So you can either ask for help or ask why. So I'll ask for help. Artemis Echo will never have body again, will never explore again. Old life gone, but we can help them. Nada has a machine. No, not a machine. It's something living, a refuge. There is a choice. You may upload Artemis Echo to machine, to sub-simulation, where they may live on, or help Artemis Echo end the suffering. So you can ask about the simulation, ask if there's another way, ask if you have decided. So we'll ask about the simulation. I ask what life would be like inside the simulation. Nada pauses for a moment, staring at me strangely. Nada tells me Artemis would still feel the joy at things they experience, but if they should learn of their fate, that they were alone, no longer real, unable to meet their friends, such knowledge may cause them great pain. You must choose. Upload them to the machine, to sub-simulation, where they may live, or help Artemis Echo end suffering. So I can ask if there's another way. I'll go ahead and do that. Nana shakes their head strangely, trying to adapt to my mannerisms, my own mannerisms. The gesture is appreciated, if disconcerting. You must choose. Upload them to the machine, to sub-simulation, where they may live out on, or help Artemis Echo end suffering. Say you have decided. Go and speak to Polo Traveler. They will help you calibrate the machine, no matter what your decision. Whatever you do, I am proud of your compassion. You are a traveler friend. Let's talk to Polo. Specialist Polo. Nada told me what to do, what you need to do. Just know, friend, we support you, no matter the choice. I will prepare the machine. It is Nada's friend's private refuge. Please treat it with care. Let's read. It says, proceed, decide Artemis' fate at Nada's private terminal. So we're going to head over here, through here. And it says, let me see if I can get to it where it shows the... You've seen it there for a minute. It said Korvax Terminal or something. There it is. Korvax Simulation Terminal. Terminal Prime. The machine is ancient and powerful, a relic of a world long since destroyed. The craft is extraordinary. It is clearly tended to often and with great love. I feel a whisper, not a faint hum, over the speaker. As they commune with the machine, the words on the panel unscramble themselves. Not an entity, authorization detected. Secondary simulation, 5 right enabled. This relic is a simulation of a solar system, a prayer offered by ancient Korvax to the Atlas, now reshaped at the heart of the anomaly. A single false solar system so dear to Nada it will act as a home for Artemis, should I wish it. So we can upload Artemis to the location, or we can allow Artemis to die. So originally I always uploaded Artemis, but since Artemis is in pain right now, I'm going to choose to, and basically he's dead, I'm going to choose to allow Artemis to die, to end his suffering. Even as I proceed, my decision, Nada's hum, takes on a quite new intensity. I speak, and their voice replies, intelligible now. They talk gently and suggest I place the ark upon the terminal. So do I. Then hear a whisper, a prayer. The ark begins to unfold, twisting from its center, releasing the traveler's soul within. I witness a spark, a blue light blaze within the air before me. It fades after a moment, and with it the last remnant of Artemis within this world. I hear Nada's voice over the speaker, intelligible now and reassuring. They tell me that it is done. Artemis is at peace now. They suggest I do not dwell on these moments. They tell me that I did the right thing. So now we're going to speak to Nada and Holo. Okay, it says the space anomaly, so let me go back to the log and change back to the first traveler. So we don't need to speak to Artemis and Polo again. It basically says return to space and let Apollo know. Let Apollo know of Artemis' fate. Just create a autosave. And we're going to take off. Okay, we're receiving an incoming message. It is Apollo. Kazit. Are you, Kazit, receiving? The Holo-Terminus is showing Kazit available again. Your signal was, Kazit, thought you were gone. It is a relief to hear Apollo again. It feels like we have not spoken in a long time. So I explained to Apollo. I tried to recount the experience to Apollo as best I can. The gateway, the strange planet, a vast machine, the crimson orb. As I talk, I realize the memories themselves are unstable, that I cannot form them in my mind. It is just a dull, aching dread. I tell Apollo that I think I saw the Atlas itself. You? Apollo says, you saw it? You met the Atlas? The Gek, the Korvax, they worship it as a god. I never thought it was real. Never thought. Are you all right? I can't imagine what you've gone through. So you can say it was terrifying, say it was just a machine, say it was not a god. So I'm going to just say the middle one. I'm going to say it was just a machine. I tell Apollo of things the Atlas said, how it spoke of travelers and the sentinels as if we were protocols, not living things. The way it views us, the way it looked at me, I felt as if life and death were just fragile dreams, not real concepts at all. At least it didn't harm you. And I think there's something in what you just said. The Korvax pay homage to the Sentinels precisely because they believe them to be servants of this Atlas. We should investigate further. The machine will lead us to the Sentinel's nest. We will be rich before we know it. So I can agree to him, agree with Apollo. I can say talk of money is absurd, or I can say there are more important things. I'll say there are more important things. I suggest we have bigger things to worry about. The Atlas felt hostile, inexplicable in its motives and purpose, not to mention all that has happened since. I tell Apollo of Artemis' grave and my encounter with the mysterious traveler. No, I suggest there is more going on here than an opportunity to earn units. Artemis is dead, Apollo says. I don't. How? Who would Kazit? I know I made fun of them, but that was easy. They cared, they believed, and I, Kazit. What happened to them? Where have you buried Artemis? I want to say goodbye if I can. So I can either tell them your choice, or I can lie to him. I'm going to tell him my choice. I tell Apollo that null gave me a way of saving Artemis to restore them to a form of life. Apollo is initially excited at the prospect of going to meet Artemis, but I explained that I couldn't do it. It would not have been life, just an empty existence within a simulation. I had to allow Artemis to find peace in death. So I asked if this was right. I asked Apollo if this was right. You did the right thing, Apollo says. You tried. Whatever you might be feeling right now, know that you are a good friend. I have to go through the portal and join you. That much is clear. We just need to figure out the right glyphs, the right address for that world of yours. Find a monolith. Search for patterns in the data. These things are machines, and we simply need to understand their code. End communication. Use the portal to learn, use the monolith to locate a portal for Apollo. So I'm going to press search. Potential ancient monolith detected. I'm going to send us back to this paradise planet. Object I'm going to ignore. I'm not seeing the monolith yet, so I'm just going to land. And the lesson we learned at the last broadcast is to scan for target right away. Don't assume. And the target is 400 units away. Like every monolith, what I'm going to do is learn the words through the knowledge stone. There's a Viking word for look. Viking word for metal. And this knowledge stone will give us the Viking word for new. Before I go up there, I'm going to create a save. And I did some preparation and I grabbed some Viking effigies because I believe if this monolith doesn't give them to us, we'll have one. Oh, it actually may require a Viking knife. I forgot to bring those though. Anomaly, 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 anomaly. I see the stone of the monolith. It's an immovable, muted, silver, and yet something lurks beneath. It is gray, not yet gray, a crimson calling out from somewhere below its cool surface. So I'm going to select locate a portal. Okay, because it's a story, it didn't require a one of those relics or a Viking dagger, I think it's called. Call my ship down here. This portal may be halfway around the planet. It's taking us right to the portal. Okay, so for future use, what I'll do is I'll leave a save beacon here. Once again, I'll color it purple. Let's see if the game will allow me to create another save beacon. You have to be a certain distance away from other save beacons, so let's see if it'll allow me to create it here. It's allowing me to create it here. If you're too close to the other save beacon, I think the game won't allow you to access it. So I've got an extra save beacon. I've got that one locked in so I can find this portal in the future. It says charge the portal. So this time we're going to be required to use materials to charge it. And hopefully I have the materials that are required. So carbon, condensed carbon or oxygen, we'll use condensed carbon. Second one is either sodium or sodium nitrate. And you're going to see a pattern here. And this one is either iodized cobalt or dihydrogen or even salt. Use iodized cobalt. You can use, I have plenty of cadmium, so we can use that, or we can use activated. And we'll use the cadmium. I've got plenty of that. This time we'll use copper. That's probably what a lot of people will have. This is copper, or they can easily mine for it. Traveler, capture, loop enabled, anomaly event contained. Portal seems to beg me as I approach, demanding my attention. It requires me to activate it. It requires me to travel on. I am unsure if I should listen. Request this planet's address. So this, if you ever wanted to travel from another star system or even, basically anywhere within the Euclid, you could enter in this glyph sequence and it'll take you back to this portal. So once again, we're following the mission. It says, relay the portal glyphs to Apollo at a Holo-Terminus. So what we're going to do is we've got that already tagged for future access. The story will probably lead us right back here. But outside the story, you wouldn't necessarily know where it was at. So staying within the atmosphere, I'm going to press scan. See if that, so it's like the Apollo or the Holo-Terminus is on this planet.
Incoming storm.
Now this weather warning may very well be story related. Oh, there it is. If you see it off in the distance right there. So there's a good chance this is the place. I'm gonna target the scan. And this is the place. Because this is an anomaly planet, it's this bubble planet, we're not really affected by the weather. Or not significantly.
Technology recharge.
You can see it's at 25.8 degrees Fahrenheit. That's not that hot. That's one thing to know in the future. These anomaly planets, even though they may have bad weather, most of the time you're not affected. The traveler is not affected by the weather. So, for example, if you want to mine cadmium or emerald or indium in one of these star systems, many of those star systems, the planets in those star systems, have bad weather. Harsh weather, but if you go to an anomaly planet, the weather is tolerable. Okay, so we're going to answer holographic communication tower. Holo-Terminus activated. Multiple signal sources available. The tower hosts a powerful transmitter designed to facilitate holographic communication across long distance. So we're going to tune to Apollo.
Weather update. Storm clearing.
So let's talk to Apollo. Have you found the glyphs of your world? I'm almost ready. My suit is upgraded. My stomach is full. I've hired a Gek to look after my farm while I'm away. So you can ask about the farm, or you can say you found them. So this time I'll ask about the farm. Yes, I have a farm. What of it? It's not much, mostly fruit I found in my travels, but I'm hoping to expand. Anyway, this is no concern of yours. We have a portal to attend to, do we not? As I look at Apollo, I think of all that I saw within the portal, of what happened to Artemis when they walked that same path. I think of the face of the Atlas, of the way Nada warned me not to return to those tunnels. I do not know if the portals are safe. I give Apollo the glyphs. Gave Apollo the glyphs, asking them to take care to remember that what happened to Artemis. They assure me that they will, promising to see me soon. Before I go, they advise me to find out what I can from this so-called null. They warn me to be careful too. So as soon as finish your conversation with Apollo, now null appears. Before we talk to him, I'm going to create a manual save. Let's talk to null. Two lost souls, one who cared too much and one who cared too little. Their lives have not become what was promised, have they? Every sentient being that has ever lived has felt that way at some point. I know I did once upon a time. I was angry, confused at my own solitude. Imagine my surprise when you awoke me. Oh, I know you didn't mean to. I know you were just playing around with portals, but whatever you did, I'm here now, and I need your help. The Atlas. It is not what you think it is. Something is happening to the universe. Something I need your help to figure out. So you can ask what they need your help. You can accept or you can refuse. So I'll ask what they need your help. The Sentinels do not just keep the peace across the universe. Their motives run deeper than that. Seeking out anomalies in the multiverse structure and eliminating them from existence. You have looked at me. What do you think the Sentinels would do if they came across my form? No, it is to be, traveler. It has to be, traveler. There is an observatory nearby. It will lead you to the location of a crashed freighter of great interest to our investigation. We will find the first secret. I am sure of it. Know that Artemis is neither enemy nor friend to us, no more than the air or wind might be called such names. But it is terrified, it is in pain, and we have the responsibility to help its suffering no matter the cost. Leave the communication with null. And the mission updates, it says, first traveler, visit the observatory. Create another manual save. And we get a message, space anomaly, bring news of Apollo and to Nada. Before I do that, because the game switched us back to the anomaly, I'm going to just go back to the first traveler. So the game switched missions on us. We don't have to go talk to Nada yet, so let's do this. Let's just progress the story. And I'm guessing, but we'll confirm it with the scan, that this is where we need to be. Exit the ship, and it's already identified this is the place. Go ahead and hit this save and chart. I'm not sure if it'll help much, but I'll go ahead and create another manual save right next to this. Null's prediction was correct. The terminal is curiously open. The logs already ready for me to read. The observatory appears to have functioned as a salvage station, manned by a GEC specialist, a translator. They were accused of questioning things that should not be questioned, of sowing the seeds of dissent. This posting was meant as a punishment. This posting. It appears that this posting was the making of them. They found strange things in the wrecks, aberrations, data that spoke of worlds that do not exist and events that do not happen. The GEC went out to investigate one such craft, the life signature of the Corvex, still on board. They never returned. Is this how Nada and Polo met? Is this how my friends found each other? There is a signal on the console, a warning on repeat. 16 short bursts. A data in loop. Extract coordinates. I extract coordinates for the distress signal. A crashed vessel awaits me on another world. Freighter crash site located. And that's definitely a crash site. It's off planet, so it's not on this planet. So, oops, that's the way out. Get in our ship. Create a set of saves here. Manual save first. Auto save. Okay, so I'm gonna guess that the freighter that they want us to investigate is this one right here, this crashed freighter. May not be. Okay, we'll see if the story progresses here or not. Okay, so in order to read the log, we need to get log encryption keys. It says log encryption key required 0 of 1, search crash site. Now each of these crashed freighters have 6 total cargo containers. The ones that are above water, the ones in water, the locations are slightly different. So once you know where the cargo pods are, they're always in the same location on crashed freighters that are above water, that are on land, if you will. Each one is going to require 5 sodium. So there's one encryption key. So before accessing the first. I'm going to go ahead and gather the material from all the cargo pads.
Technology prepared.
So there's another log encryption key. I'm just preparing the site just to speed up the process. Even go over here and dig this one first. Okay, cargo pod.
Technology prepared.
Sodium.
Extreme
Another encryption log.
detected. Technology prepared.
Oops. Didn't break through this one yet.
Technology prepared. Technology prepared. Radiation
Okay.
detection.
I think we should have 6 encryption. Yeah, we have 6 of those keys. Now, I don't think we need all 6, but I grabbed them all. Get a set of saves. And let's go back to this freighter, whatever this thing is called. Crew manifest missing. Limited data available. Read log. 1 encryption key required. I do not know who will read this message. I do not know if anything will survive. But I must die as I lived. I will record it all, even in the face of oblivion. The swarm came to every world. The drones acted erratically, not attacking, just watching. Time passed, and the Sentinels did not so much of a threat anymore. They were peaceful now, we thought. We had been forgiven. We were wrong. Continue with another encryption key. Ship logs requested, accessing. Another encryption key. Okay. They struck as one and attacked somehow coordinated across unfathomable distances. With a fury exceeding all prior skirmishes, the Sentinels annihilated all biological life within the universe in a span of 54.2 standard minutes. Only I remained. The Korvax stood with me in the end, to their credit. They concealed me within their flotilla as they headed towards the center. Continue with another log encryption key. Log integrity compromised, patching. Read with another encryption key. They are coming now. The screams of my friends resonate in every hall, every corner. The Sentinels have found me. I told Nada to leave. I told them what we already know, all of us. We are not alone. Not even if I die, Nada will find me again in another universe. 10 just like me. Thousands, a million. We are not alone, for every soul is many. Even in the face of 16, we must declare that we lived. We existed no matter the horror of the end. They are at my door. Error. Unexpected log termination. We leave. And it says locate crash freighter. That has been completed. Now it actually says to enter the salvage. We already did that. So I'm going to go back to the log. Still on the freighter. Transmit the freighter's log to null. So we need to locate a Holo-Terminus. This again, we'll create a set of saves.
Technology recharge. Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
Transmit the freighter log signal to null. Speak with null at a Holo-Terminus. Once again, let's see if this is... See if I can get there. We're at the right location. We'll head up there and talk to null. Select speak to null. What did you find out there? Tell me everything. Share discoveries. I tell null of the freighter and its recordings, how it spoke of a world where the Sentinels eliminated all life, leaving only a traveler and a single Korvax entity. I chose my words with care. You think I do not know who that Korvax entity is? Do not be so naive, traveler. Do you think anything you have read is a surprise to me? Is a surprise to me? But I had to be sure of what I suspected. I know it now. The Atlas is with you. You could not see these things if it did not wish it. That freighter was a wreck from a parallel universe. There are countless such places within our multiverse, dimensions where things happen differently. But there are three exceptions to this. The Atlas is omnipresent in all, a singular being with a singular perception. The Sentinels move between dimensions at will. So we can ask about the Sentinels or ask about Atlas. So we'll ask about the Atlas. The Atlas created all life. The Sentinels defended it. searching for anomalies within that creation, that they annihilated an entire universe. Well, something must have been quite wrong for them to do a thing like that. After a time, Sentinels ended their service to the Atlas. So we can now ask about the Sentinels, we can ask how they know, and ask what went wrong. I'm going to ask what went wrong.
Incoming storm.
It was the travelers who corrupted existence. Our arrival was meant to herald a glorious age, but we made a terrible mistake. I committed an act beyond forgiveness, and from this deed, paradise was lost. But something is different in this cycle. The walls between universes, they grow thin, not a noses, but they keep their head in the sand. We must learn what we can from each species before we decide what to do. Visit Viking cartographer and speak with them. I will translate. End communication. This is the base computer. Okay, that might have been just the timing on when it was due for me. So go back to the mission, patterns in time. So we have now progressed to patterns in time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the stream here, and we'll pick up with patterns in time during the next broadcast. Everyone have a good day.